Okay, welcome to another shop talk. It's absolutely beautiful today. Last couple of days it's really picked up. Really good weather, so lovely. Anyway, I thought I'd just give you the shop talk. Today is going to be about what I've been up to this week. I've been collecting, as you can see in the background, I'm going to show you some of that. I've been collecting loads of wood over the past few weeks and leaving them at the wood yard, and yesterday was a big day. I started cutting stuff up and I didn't realise he was going to cut all of it up. So anyway, I'll show you some of that, running around, bringing all the wood back and unloading. And also a load of this stuff. So one of my subscribers on YouTube, John, give me a call, email, said there's a barn sale going on. He'd taken some bits, and these are all the stuff I guess he wasn't interested in. It's a little bit thin, but this is some beautiful yew. All of it's a bit thin for big tables, but I've got a couple of ideas how to address that problem when I start using it. So this is yew again, there's loads of it here. I'll just show you a quick video of me and my son unloading it all, because I pretty much overfilled my trailer with it. So, also this week, I've taken the plunge and moved my extractor. This is very temporary. This is where we have the sheep and the lambing. But I've taken the plunge and moved my extractor outside because there's quite a lot of dust when you're changing these two bags here. One bag is for resin, one bag is the sawdust. And it all makes its way, if you've been watching my channel over here, it's in a bit of a mess, this barn at the moment, but that's my sawdust store. So now, rather than me making loads of dust inside the shop and carrying it through here, it's going to live outside this thing. And it's brilliant because it's absolutely dead silent in the workshop now with the extractor running. Really odd feeling. Some of the machines, like the big planer, are very quiet, and now the extractor's outside, it's just amazing. Even the sort of rumble, the hum of it. So that's working really well. This bit of racking is going, and I'm going to put a small concrete pad in here, and by the time the winter comes, I'm going to put a little front on here and make a kind of shed, if you like, for the extractor in there, and some dry storage. Just double line the roof just in case, because it's electronics, etc. I'm not doing it to sort of all go a bit manky, but drilled through the walls, pretty epic, because it's a double skin concrete wall, concrete block wall, plus the siding on there, feather edge. Anyway, yeah, so you saw some of this stuff last week. This is all the new stuff from the barn find. And out here, so we've got some nice red oak here. Really nice, different to what I'd normally get in this area. So I bought that lot. The next bit in this barn, which is now looking like an absolute nightmare, is this straws going. And we're going to start finally, this whole back wall is going to be racked with, I'm going to concrete in some sort of RSJs. My son's going to weld it up. This is all going to be racked up for wood, the whole back of it. Really deep racking for big planks, so all this lot can go on as well. Probably end up doing a bit on the side to get this place in order. And then I'll just show you some of the stuff out here. I'm starting to clear this because there's two epic oak trees coming, which are going to need to be semi-air dried before I set my kiln up and try and dry them. So this is going to be an area now for unloading, very flat. My kind of junkyard's now over there. I've got some stuff I need to get rid of. So I'll start over here with the sycamore, and then I'll just show you a little bit about me retrieving it from the farm, taking it to the wood yard. I wasn't around when they planked this, when they actually planked this, but it's fantastic. I thought it might be, because it was the kind of real gnarly bits. Really beautiful colour. So there's all of that, these two pallets worth, I guess. There's that lot, there's 2 trailer loads, that was. So this is at a local farm. Sycamore looks really nice. So all of this is going to the wood yard as well. All sycamore, really interesting stuff. That one's going to be great. Nice gnarly. Anyway, I'm getting very wet here. quite a lot of nice sycamore actually. Not sure how heavy it's going to be in my trailer. See what we get in one go. These are going on. These are mine. Some oak on this beast. This is sycamore. Some sycamore, really excited about it. How fine the saw marks are. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. The difference with doing it with a sawmill, proper sawyer, and your chainsaw is crazy. I mean, look at that. What's the point of doing it with a chainsaw when you can do it like that? So I bought a load of oak locally, literally not even a mile away from here. It was on farmland, so it's not forest oak. This is some of the interesting stuff. This is got a really good grain pattern. There's some kind of cat's paws and little marks in it. So this will make fantastic tables. This all needs to be stacked properly, stickered. I just didn't have, haven't had a chance yet, but I'm going to get on that. So, back at base, this is the sycamore, second run. There's absolutely tons of it. Let's have a quick look over here. So I had to think on my feet today because I wasn't expecting all of the material to be cut. It's been taking it up there for a while, on and off. Some of the sycamore, really nice colours in it, amazing. Yeah, so as I was saying, so a bit overwhelmed at the woodyard today. Wasn't expecting it all to be done. I've got a lot of oak there as well, which is coming. You'll see that in a minute. And I was looking at all this thinking, shit, how am I going to unload it? And this is quite a lot of work for me. I'd put it all on the floor. That's my normal method. And then when my son's around or I've got anyone in the shop, I'll do some restacking. But that was too much. So, got one of these here today. Got a really cool neighbour. It's actually where I bought some of the oak. Big farmer. And I phoned him up and said, I suppose your telehandler's free this afternoon. And obviously, that's pretty hard task for anyone because they're very, very useful machines. But apparently this farm tends to use it very early in the morning and the afternoons. They're doing some other stuff. So here it is. So we'll see what we can do with that. I'm not an expert operator. Funny enough, my son is better because he's the one who always used to play on them. But anyway, we'll unload this lot and then I'll show you the rest in the woodyard. Okay, that's 4 loads, I think. Yeah, 4 loads, that's it for today. This is all poplar. And some more oak, some interesting boards there. Sycamores over there, and this is actually for me and my family. This is going to be like a garden room. I'm taking an old gazebo down that's sort of decrepit. This is some 6x6 oak. I'm going to be doing some timber framing with that. That's what all of that's for. That's some sort of sidings, or weatherboard we call it in the UK. That's going to go on the roof as like the roof boards, or close jointed boards. This is all poplar. So not normal in England to use a lot of poplar, but I've been told it's quite good for the close boards when you're under the roof. So this building is going to be like a lean-to, leaning on a wall. It's going to have a tin roof or metal roof, steel, kind of modern, and then underneath, instead of putting a sheet of ply or whatever, I'm going to do close boarding on that. So we can follow my build. I'm going to be building that obviously on YouTube. You'll see that as well. So these are epic walnut slabs. I had an inquiry this week for a massive table, possibly even using some walnut from the States and importing it. That's what the client originally wanted. But these things are just under 4 meters, and the widest bit is 79. The table needs to be about 1.1 meters, so probably book match that. But they are absolutely epic. They're the biggest two I've got. I've never seen walnut that big in England. And this is the other, as the slabs get smaller, I started to mark this stuff out. So if you've stuck around this long to the end of the video, quite a bitty video this week, but at least you get to see what I've been up to, running around, moving stuff around, getting some stock in, ready for air drying and some kiln drying, hopefully when the kiln arrives. But anyway, if you've stuck around to the end, I can tell you some other stuff that's coming on the channel. So I'm going to start doing a series of videos called MIF, or MIF, and it's Make It Fast, and they're really high speed. They're going to be 2 minutes with music playing, no talking. I'm working with a few interior designers and aiming to the hotel market at the end of the year, and it's occurred to me that some of the in-depth builds, which a lot of you, if you're watching this bit of the video, you really love the in-depth builds and you all hate music, and I totally understand that. But from a marketing point of view, Man of Wood Designs, I need to have some content which is really more of a sales content, so people can see me making this stuff and I get inquiries from it, rather than me showing you how to do it yourself. It's actually to be a marketing tool. So if you see hashtag MIF on the channel and you're a die-hard woodworker who hates watching stuff with music playing, electronic music, whatever, then just don't watch that and just hang around for the other stuff, the in-depths and the shop talks and the in-depth builds. And if you really are die-hard and you're using my channel to get ideas or work out how to do stuff like the resin especially, then there's also the Patreon channel. Don't forget, that's really in-depth. So an average video on YouTube is 8 to 10 minutes, maybe 12. On my Patreon, some of the videos are 2 hours. So really, really behind the scenes. So however it is, there's going to be something for everybody. I just hope I don't get loads of abuse on the ones with the 2 minutes with music, saying I'm not giving you enough details. But anyway, thanks again to all my Patreons. Got another few this week. Thanks to all my subscribers, all my support, all the support. It's been a really difficult week for me this week, but got through it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks a lot.